Hey there, this is Jeff, and I think this one's going to count as pretty random, and not a lot of interest in this particular idea, but um, I wanted to take a look at some things regarding channel tools. So right here, I just have a track, and in this case, I am routing this high test tone is going to the stereo path, and this low one is just going to the left channel. So yesterday I pointed out in a video that when you bring up channel tools, enable it, and then bring down the mid-side gain. Oh, this is off. And then bring down the mid-side gain, that the polarity gets inverted and the bassy tone becomes sort of mono, only in this track it's phase inverted. So here there is no deep tone in the right track. This is the right track, this is the left track, and this is the together stereo, and that's when you get the image from the vector scope. Okay, and when I bring down the gain, obviously the high pitch tone drops out because but what the interesting thing is that this shows it's exactly phase inverted. If it were mono, it would look like oops, I guess I can't switch that to mono there. How can I switch it to mono most easily? Oh, I guess I could add another channel tools here, and on this one leave that centered and bring this to 0 and this one to 0. There. Oh, I have total silence, which proves it's exactly phase inverted. So when I don't force the track to mono, when I force the track to mono, I get complete silence, because here we have the left and right exactly phase inverted. And the reason that we have that, so now that we kind of know what's going on with the mid gain, we can replicate, we can play with it, right? So what I'm going to do now, so I'm going to go ahead and close that. I'm going to turn off these on the master out. Now, and master out 1, this is just a stopping spot towards master out. You can see this one, here we'll use color. These two tracks are the only ones routed to master out 1. Now, over here, I have just this track, which is the deep bassy tone. Is it? What did I do wrong? Which is, sorry, just the high pitch tone routed here, right? And if I take the channel tools and don't mess with anything except for the left and right phase and the channel swap, right? And then I enable that, I exactly drop out the high pitch tone. I leave the low tone just in the right channel and nothing in the left channel, right? Which is totally what we would expect. I mean, because I've just flipped it, phase inverted it, dropped it out. So that is actually the behavior that I would have kind of expected from the mid gain. What I would have sort of thought the mid gain would do as you bring it down. So I'm not going to turn that off. I'm going to mute this track. So over here, I would have thought that the mid gain would not allow these frequencies to come up as it puts the inverted frequencies over there, that it would have calculated for all the bands in relatively small segments when they were increasing, and by so doing determine what pitches were centered, but it doesn't look like this does that. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off now, and close it. And I'm going to try to replicate. So in this case, what I've done is I have sent the master out, right? This is just these two tracks together joined on master out. I send that to master out 2, right? And on the channel tools here, let me go ahead and enable it. I've done the same thing that I did when I dropped out the deep tone that was in the left track. This should say deep left tone. So when I bring this up, it has the exact same impact as bringing down the mid gain here, right? It looks exactly the same, right? So doing that, right, it's going to look the same as doing this. Does it look the same? Yeah, that's the same. So, and if I enable this, it goes silent. Exactly the same thing, right? So, and this one, remember, is all this is making the track mono, right? So this is my make the track mono. Can I rename these things? Oh, maybe not while I'm playing. Okay, so that makes it mono, and that just shows that I've done the same thing. So in my opinion, this is totally opinion, but these stereo spreaders, right, I believe is basically the same thing as bringing up this track with the pan off, right? So bringing up left and right in different amounts, right? Where it's stereo swapped and phase inverted. You see how the diamond changes there? It's totally twisting exactly like the behavior that you get if I mute this one, enable this one, and right, it twists. It's the same sort of thing. I don't know. This may be a stretch, but I wanted to show what it appears to be and see what you think. I hope that you thought it was cool. Demo. What else? Anything important that I'm not showing? Again, so this track, this bus, deep left tones, is just this. Sorry. Oh no. Sorry, this isn't deep left tones. This is high stereo tone. Okay. And to show, we can go solo it. Yeah, so that's a high stereo tone. So in that case, I've taken the high stereo tone and sent it to this bus here, right? And we'll give it a color. And then this bus, master 2, this bus is actually a send from master 1 with channel tools on it. And in this case, channel tools is just phase inverting and swapping the left and right channels. And this bus now works identically to wow, isn't that interesting? Let's mute that one. To bringing down the mid gain. So this is your mid gain here, and it appears to be that when you mess with the mid gain and the stereo pan of the mid gain, that is more or less like messing with the stereo spread in ChannelTools. All right, that's all I got.